There is growing concern tonight about the surge in COVID cases in the U.S. The White House Coronavirus Task Force says the virus is spreading faster than ever. 15 million people in just over the 9 months have had it in the U.S. The country is now averaging more than 200,000 cases a day. And as infection rates continue to rise here in New York, Governor Cuomo defends the need to put new restrictions on indoor dining.
The state reporting 10,600 new confirmed cases statewide, and nearly 5,000 people are in the hospital with the virus. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer live in Rye tonight with more on what these numbers could mean for restaurant owners. Marcia.
Well, Maurice and Christine, whether you own a restaurant here in Rye, which, by the way, is right next door to the Portchester Orange Zone, or in New York City, you should get ready for more restrictions as early as Monday, because Governor Cuomo says he has data that shows that indoor dining causes spread.
We do have data on where the spread is coming from. And we do have data on the amount of spread coming from indoor dining.
Definitely not music to the ears of people who own restaurants and bars in New York City and the suburbs, who are hoping, praying that the state would wait until after the holiday season to impose new restrictions on indoor dining. Governor Cuomo has said the axe could fall as early as Monday, eliminating all indoor dining in New York City and reducing indoor dining in the suburbs and the rest of the state from 50% to 25%, depending on regional infection rates. The governor says bars and restaurants are dangerous because people take off their masks to eat and drink. Budget Director Robert Mujica says contact tracers have found it's a major source of infection.
It's about the 5th or 6th number. Also, it's the largest growing clusters and of known infections is traced back to bars and restaurants, which actually starts to make sense as it gets colder and you're moving into indoor dining.
Those numbers don't add up to Peter Madonia, the chairman of the Belmont Business Improvement District.
Being number 6, I don't know what that means. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and what are the overarching numbers? What are the aggregate numbers that say the restaurants are driving where we are in terms of hospitalizations and illness? The
owner of Mario's restaurant says eliminating indoor dining is a big step back.
It's going to be another disaster. We can't afford for this.
Meanwhile, the governor, who did his first virtual press conference, was joined by Mayor de Blasio, both making a pitch for federal aid to avoid devastating tax hikes, layoffs, and service cuts. The governor said it would be an obnoxious coincidence if they need to lay off thousands of workers, including the very people doing the vaccinations.
Now we're going to starve state and local government, so they have to lay off the people who would do the vaccination. I mean, it's a level of idiocy.
How do you have a recovery if cities and states are collapsing all around you?
Now, the governor said that even if the state gets federal aid, he'll probably have to raise taxes. What he didn't say was what taxes and just how much. We're live in Rye tonight. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Marcia, thank you. And health